klaro kayong namakak kay nilikay. Asa raman yun kang papayhana ka ba? Mabuking raman yun ka ba? Klaro hagis bakak di man kaharong.
Angel,
Hala, nalagi ka.
ikaw saan? Nagunsa ka din sa ospital?
Naa sa ER ang bana sa akong amo.
Lain na paminaw na moingon ka nga imong amo
Tinuod man gud.
Wa man gani kay sweldo.
Ay, hayon lang gud anak gud. Nagunsa man ka din Nganong naman ka?
Akong gikuyugan ang kong igagaw.
Igagaw? Allergic na ba ko anak da?
Legit Yato na mong among usa ka angkol kay taas kay hilanat. Tulog ka adlaw na. Oh, nangita nga akong igagaw. Toray.
Klaro gid kay igagaw kay parehas mamugnaw.
Biyan sa tika ha?
Oh, okay ra. Uy, si Irene ikaw sa ER. Irene!
Angel, naaraman day ka.
Unsa man?
Dili raman i-admit si Ryan. Pero, kuyawan ko nga makuwangan akong kwarta.
Okay, ako rin bayad. Hipusan na imong kwarta diha.
Ayaw, uy. Muingon ako ni magpilay kuwang.
Ako ra lagi. Tana sa cashier.
Nakadungog kas kisulti sa doktor nga mga gidili nga pagkaon. Maglikay na gyud ka, ha?
Sakit pa magyapon ng tiyan
Natural raman na. Nana may problema. Pero naaraman kay mga tambal.
Asula. Di ko makatrabaho ini ugma.
Dili kay ugma lang. Mulive gyud ka. Nangayo man kong daan sa doktor og certificate. 1 week iyang gibutang diri nga imong ipahuway. Sige na, pahuway na. Katog na. Mugawas una ko, ha? Magkuha na lang kung daan og sa kapitsel nga tubig aron. Dili na magsigig ka na og. Inigpainom na ko ni magtambal.
Makareport at tingin ko sa trabaho ugmo Tagkan pa magugog tiwasunon ko.
Ayaw lang lagigpog sa imong lawas.
Mawala lagi na ugma.
Kung mawa, mas maayo. Pero sa pagkakaroon, pahuway una. Ayaw na pag unahon nagbisag unsa.
Ay.
Irene? Si Ryan? Di pahuway una. Nga naman?
Kumusta naman ang iyang tiyan? Saan na iyang pamati? Okay ra siya? Ha?
Kuya, wagod ni mo, Rona. Wala mo kagway salib. Asawa man na imong gipangutana.
Nangumusta ra gani ko?
O lagi, nangumusta ka. Pero murag ang tono ba kay agrabyado kaayo?
Ay di manggod. Intrigira kay ka, uy.
Oo, intrigira gyud ko.
Ayaw nagkabala ka. Ako rin giatiman si Ryan.
Okay, sige. Good night na ninyo.
Baya.
Angel, pahuway na sad.
Ikaw noon ang pahuway na. Kay may pasyente para ba ka? Magmata-mata ka. Nya, magpatumar kag tambal.
Di man tingali ko makatog ini.
Ngano? Magbantay sad ka, kay tingali may musod sa kwarto nga outsider. Unya, kung masakpan, mupasangil lang dayon nga nag-sleepwalking.
Oh.
Or di ba? Ang imong pasyente mo imo gawas ug mo atos laing kwarto. Ug mao na sa imong pasangil nga nag-sleepwalking.
Ikaw gid ba?
Ilak lang yung pagsiguro ang pultahan. Ug butangi pag yung naglingkuranan aron sigurado nga makamatngon ka kung moabli.
Kadautan ba ni mo guna-una, uy, Angel?
Da, mas may naman ang gana, uy, ug maniguro ta.
Ako lang ilak, uy. Pero dili na sad ako butangan og lingkuranan, uy. Unsa na lang kay mahuna-huna ni Ryan, no? Abi pa lang niya nga wa na ko'y salig niya.
Mao gani ni maayo. Mas maayo nga may bawas siya nga wa ka na salig niya.
Pero Angel, wa man ko mawad pagsalig niya.
Mao na nakabati nimo. Wa ka gihapon kawad pagsalig.
Angel, ayaw lang ko kog sugnuri.
Unsay ayaw? Sugnuran gyud ti ka. Og di tagit ka undangan og sugnod hangtod nga musiga ka og mudilaab.
Oh,
Pahaway na.
ako na ni kanaog ang tray.
Ako na ana. Imo ba ako maid?
Saba, uy. Ikaw na kinagsige ingon nga maid ti ka.
Basta kay imo kong maid. Ambi na.
Oh,
Sige, so nagbalik sa inyong kwarto. Ug mao na to ha. I-secure ang pultahan.
husto ka si Angel. Diligid ka tinuod nga ikaagaw ni Ryan si Rona. Pero no. Dili. Imposible ang mga pagduda ni Angel. Madudahon na gid siyang pagkatao. Dili makahimo pagtraidor nako si Ryan. Og labaw nang dili siya makahimo pagyatak sa akong pag-aasawa. Pinaagi sa pagdaog kabit nini. Han? Han, pagmata na. Pagmata na aron mainom na si mong tambal sa dili pa mamahaw.
Oh. Sa oras ha?
Alas 5.
Amad akong maliit ako.
Mutrabaho giday ka?
Oo, mo trabaho. Ah,
Oh, tanawa ra. Gisakita naman sad gani ka.
asulan ni. Uy.
Music leave ra lagi ka. Manawag ko karon sa inyong HR. Og akong isend ang imong med certificate. O sige na. Tumara na ning tambal aron Unsay mong giluto?
Ham na lang og itlog. O saman, magluto pa kog lain?
Okay na na, uy.
Kumot sa ham.
Palagi ka maligo.
Unya na lang.
Dili ka mo trabaho karon?
Leave man si Ryan.
Unyag live si Ryan.
Ngano tig mo leave si Ryan?
Akuan. Tingalig mag-need mo sa akong assistance.
Wa mi mag-need sa imong assistance. Irene, di ka pang ka magduda ini?
Oh.
Sharo naman sad ka. Lantaran naman ni.
Ayaw ko na sulsuli si Irene, Angel. Dautan pagod kong concern lang ko sa akong ig-agaw.
Hilomoy, usad ka pangilugi sa imong gipanulti no?
Irene, agit padain ng Angel ha? Angel lang yung pangaan ni pero demonyeta ni.
Kinsa kay di mo nyeta nato? Kung maligo lang tangduhan no? Kung mga ligo lang tangduha og holy water, kinsa kay mo aso nato no?
Sige oy, maligo na ko. Matrabaho na ko.
Irene, sa may mo ikasulti adto. Walang gyapon ka magduda nila? Imagine, di siya mo trabaho kay di mo trabaho ang imong bana? Normal ra na?
Close lang gitingali silang pagkaig-agaw.
Unsa? Ay, mabuang ko nimong babayhana ka.
Imong tambal, oh.
Di ba humanam kong tumari ng tambala?
3 times a day man na.
Sulag ni si Inubog tambal eh.
Tubig, oh.
Mora to?
Oo, maura to. Ganinang buntag ra tong tuloy imong tumaron. Unyang gabi inasad nga duha. Karong udto usa.
Ah.
Han,
Ano man?
si Rona ba?
Nga na masuro na?
Asa man na siya nga side nimo? Mother side or father side?
Father side. Di ba, nisulti naman ko ni mo, ana? Ano nang tanam ka, ha? Nagduda ka?
Oh, wa man.
Sos, ay nanta. Nagduda ka. Saban, nagpadaka sulsulan ng Angel nga panuway, no?
Han, ayaw lang kong kasuko, good. Nangutana ra gani ko. Wa may labot sa Angel ini.
Kinsa may di masuko ni mo? Ikaw ba'y dudahan, ha? Malipay ka? Malipay ba ka? Ha?
Twice a week when the road train makes it through, bringing food, fuel, and medicine from far off Port Hedland. The cost of freight is high. Each kilometre adds dollars to every litre of diesel and every...
Naku, kinaus ang pambili sa pangsigang? Sakto, pwede ka nang humiram ng as low as 100 pesos sa G-Loan Sakto.
Today, the world population has reached 8 billion people. Of the countries that make up this population, the largest are China, with 1.5 billion inhabitants, and India, with a similar 1.4 billion inhabitants. Both countries are located in Asia, and it is precisely in these countries that you will find the world's cheapest paid workers. One of them is precisely the city of Mumbai in India. This is truly the peak of cheap labor and contains India's largest industrial load. It is also home to Dharavi, the largest slum in the world. Although the population of Mumbai differs in various sources, it is estimated to have reached 26 million as of today. For this reason, according to some sources, Mumbai is the most populous city in the world after Tokyo. It is located in the west of India, and although it looks like a peninsula, it is actually located on the island of Salsette. The west and south of the city face the Arabian Sea, while the north and east are separated from the mainland by a thin river line. In the 16th century, the Portuguese who came to the region named it Bom Bahia, which means good Gulf, and over time the name of the city changed to Bombay. Afterwards, the city was named Mumbai, inspired by the Indian goddess Mumba. Today, many local people still refer to their city as Bombay. People from India work in this city for a monthly salary of only $100 to $200. Begging or not working is considered shameful in the city, so people work over 10 hours a day, though very cheaply. More than 25 million people work like ants, so to speak, in this city of 603 square kilometers. They even call Mumbai the Ant Hill. If you're going to Mumbai in India, either to live or for a tourist trip, you need to be away from aesthetic concerns and keep your expectations low. The main reason for the large influx of migrants from all over India is for work and education-oriented purposes. Some go there to find a job, some move to Mumbai because it is the center of the Bollywood film industry in India. Some people go to this city to study at university. People who have no purpose to work do not migrate to Mumbai for no reason. This is because Mumbai has high enough rents not to consider migrating for no reason. Many locals talk about the high cost of rent in Mumbai. Houses are cramped and have narrow rooms, but monthly rents are often over $500. As you can see, the prices of livable apartments are extremely high and seem to compete with European house rents. If you want to live in a normal apartment and not in a slum, you need to have a budget of $500 to $1,000. Such high rents also prove that Mumbai is the economic capital of India. Since Mumbai attracts a lot of people, almost everything in the city is expensive. Of course, chaos is inevitable when there are a lot of people in a place. Mumbai's high level of immigration has created a polluted and dirty environment in the city. At the same time, excessive migration has led to the appearance of businesses operating in uncontrolled and unhygienic conditions. As if that were not enough, the city is exposed to high humidity throughout the year, and people from a cold climate will probably not be able to adapt to Mumbai's climate. For example, some local people work during the day wearing only undershirts, while the rest of the population wears t-shirts and short pants all year round. Now that we have given some general information about Mumbai, let's make some observations to support this information. Let's evaluate what life is like for a day in Mumbai, India, through the people we film there. Here we go. This is one of the most crowded bazaars in the city. It is only 10 in the morning, and the people of Mumbai have already started their day. People have opened their shops and are carefully making something for breakfast. This old bearded man and the young people around him, for example, are making the typical Indian flatbread. They do it in a hot plate stove. Being unfamiliar with this culture, I am immediately interested in how the bread makers look and what kind of atmosphere they work in. The young man is rolling out dough in a white undershirt. The color of the undershirt looks a little faded. Inside the bakery, customers are having breakfast with these breads. Unfortunately, the place doesn't look very hygienic. When we take our attention away and walk a little bit, we see a lot of white sacks and faded colored items around. Wherever you turn your head, you will see sacks and ruined shops in shades of gray and brown. In the bazaar, shops and shanties are intertwined and quite cramped. You think you're walking in a bazaar, but suddenly you may come across a shanty with laundry hanging on a line. Also, since the population is overcrowded, too many shops and slums have been built per square meter. This has led to the narrowing of the city streets as much as possible. In some streets, it is even difficult for two people to pass side by side, while the number of cracks in the walls is also very high. When you look at the faces of the people on the side streets, you realize that there is a considerable young population in the city. There are plenty of people under 40 years of age roaming the narrow streets of Mumbai. Young people mostly have light beards, while among the elderly, Muslims are mostly bearded. I don't know how the tax system works here, but in an alley, we come across a traveling barber. This young barber doesn't have a shop with 4 walls and has set up a barber shop in the middle of the street. I guess he keeps the prices affordable compared to normal barber shops because he even has customers waiting in line. This young friend and his client allow us to film them up close. If you want to get your hair and beard cut in a shop in the city, you can easily spend 800 rupees. But in shabby mobile barbershops like this one, you can get a hair and beard shave for 500 rupees. 500 rupees is only $5. For example, in another location, this man owns a shop and practices his profession as a barber in the shop. He pays a rent for the shop and pays taxes. Because of such expenses, he shaves his hair more expensive. While getting service in the alleys, keep in mind that the oxygen rate is extremely low. For this reason, those with fresh air problems should visit larger and more comfortable shops. When we walk through the streets, we smell heavy metal odors, animal odors, and garbage. You might be walking around and come across a goat that is dying of weakness, or someone else might bump into you from behind with a huge sack. Maybe it was a mistake to start the video from the narrow streets. That's why we are moving toward the main streets. The first thing I experience when we get on the main street is, of course, a lot of honking. According to a local news website in India, the total number of vehicles on the road in Mumbai in 2024 will exceed 48 lakh. That's 4,800,000. This is indeed an incredibly high number of vehicles for a city. The news website reports that about 2,900,000 of this total number of vehicles are two-wheelers. The same news site reports that there are 2,300 motorized vehicles per kilometer in the city. This makes it inevitable that there are so many honking horns in Mumbai, and yet when people see a big camera in your hand, they smile at you and want to talk to you. The people of Mumbai seem to have adapted to the chaos of the city and accepted the conditions there. But some children may not yet have accepted the normality of the city they live in. At least that's what the disappointment on their faces says. There is a garbage problem on narrow side streets as well as on wide roads. Mumbai's garbage containers are already overflowing at midday. Either the municipal workers don't clean the garbage containers every night, or the human waste in the city requires more garbage containers. Here, for example, they call it the garbage river. This place lives up to its name, spreading plenty of bacteria in the humid heat of Mumbai. It is extremely difficult to clean this place in a short period of time, and no work is being carried out to clean the river. The garbage from the surrounding slums is dumped in this river, and some people also use it for their toilet needs. These two people who live right next to the river are desperately watching the river. They are probably married and desperate. The river smells terribly of garbage and sewage, and they live in shanties right at the bottom of the river. There is no sewage system there, so they probably have to live smelling their own human waste all day long. The slums further inland from the river are characterized by massive cable pollution. I think this cable pollution exists in almost every country in South Asia, because you will see similar scenes in countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Nepal. Electricity and telecommunication cables run just above your head. Since the urbanization in Mumbai is one of the most irregular and unplanned urbanizations you will ever see, there is no system of digging poles for electricity cables. Everything in the city is in shades of gray, with a faded and discolored landscape. Walking around Mumbai is really depressing, and if you go there from Western countries, it can reduce your motivation to live. If you look at the people in the city, there is a general desperation, a general exhaustion. While some people seem to be vigorous, others seem to be overwhelmed by the heat, environmental pollution, and poor quality of life. For example, according to research conducted last year, the 10 most polluted cities in the world were identified, and Mumbai is the 6th most polluted city in the world. Mumbai has an air pollution index of 163, and any value above 150 is considered unhealthy to live in. Similarly, in a study conducted by CNN, India was ranked as the 3rd country with the worst air in the world. The top 2 most polluted countries are Pakistan and Bangladesh, which are right next to India. I think South Asian countries need serious population planning, because while high population has a positive impact on production, it has a direct negative impact on environmentalism and chaos. This makes those countries unlivable today and reduces the welfare of the people. For example, if you observe the streets in Mumbai, you will see that in many areas there is no asphalt, and where there is asphalt, it is very old. Vehicles and traffic pass through these unpaved roads, creating dust pollution. This dust gets into people's lungs and is filling Mumbai's hospitals with bronchitis and lung patients. The number of children between the ages of 5 and 10 is also very high in the city. In a study conducted in 2022, it was estimated that the number of children in Mumbai was increasing by 133,000 annually